Hello AQA students, you're preparing for your exams, really important exams. In this video we're going to focus on papers 1 and 2. Paper 1 is all about microeconomics, paper 2 is all about macroeconomics. Important that you know that to start with, but the structure is exactly the same. In this playlist you're going to have very specific exam technique for all the questions that will come in papers 1 and 2, but also paper 3, that's coming later in the playlist as well. So make sure you watch this entire playlist to really gain the confidence and the technique you need to smash these examinations. Papers 1 and 2 is the focus of this video, the structure and the tips that I'm going to give you. Both papers are 2 hours long, 120 minutes. Important to know the minutes for allocation per question. You're going to have initially a section A in both papers, and section A will have 2 extract-based questions, data response questions. You have to pick one of those questions. Whichever question you pick will be the same question structure. You'll have a 2-mark calculation question to do, a 4-mark explain some economic theory using the data in the extracts, so that will be after the 2-marker guaranteed. You'll have your 9-mark explain or analyze question, that will be there after the 4-marker, and then you'll have a big 25-marker as well, a discuss question. All of these questions will be based around the extract data in the question. In section B, it goes very different. No more application, no more extracts at all. You will just have a choice of 3 essay questions. Each question will be structured the same way. You'll have one 15-mark analyze question and one 25-mark discuss question. So whichever question that you pick from the choice of 3, you have to pick one only. There'll be a 15-marker you have to do and a 25-marker you have to do from that question. Right, there is no application at all, no extracts to help you. There might be a little line or two for each question, just to give you a hint as to where this question is going, but you're going to have to work out your own application here, very important there. Right, here are my tips then to help you in paper 1 and 2, generic tips here. The 2 and the 4 marker in the data response parts of the paper, do those quick. These are really, really easy questions. They don't require a huge amount of writing at all. Just get them done. My recommendation is 6 minutes in total to do the 2 and the 4 marker. Should be more than enough time just to get straight in there. The 9 marker, 12 minutes. Now stick to these times, it's important. Just 12 minutes on the 9 marker. This will be a very closed question. It'll be very focused on a specific part of economic theory or a very specific policy or something. It'll be very focused, so there won't be much for you to talk about necessarily. Whatever the question is asking, just answer that in real detail. 12 minutes, no more than that. The 25 marker, 40 minutes. It's a lot of marks here. You don't want to mess around and not give yourself enough time for a question which is worth a huge amount of marks. So 40 minutes is my recommendation there. Get into the extracts with these questions. The 2 and the 4 marker, you'll need the extracts anyway, but the 9 and the 25, really get into the extracts. The reading time for the extracts is in the time allocation that I've given, so no extra time for that. That's part of your time for answering the questions there. Choose your questions quickly. So we're talking about section A here. Flick through the questions that are there and choose from the questions. Prioritize the long essays, the 9 and the 25. They're the ones you've got to be able to do well. The 2 and the 4 you should be able to do regardless. They're short questions. They're not going to be asking for very much. I'll be surprised if you find those very difficult. They're very simple. The 9 and the 25 is where the big marks are. You choose your data response question according to those long essays. And even when it comes to section B, choose quickly. Have a look at the essay titles and just pick. Don't waste time on picking. Pick accurately, pick according to your strengths. When it comes to section B, here's a time allocation. 20 minutes for the 15 is plenty of time. The 15 marker is more open than this 9 marker is. You don't have application like you will on the 9 markers. You've got to think more about that. So having a bit more time, considering it's more marks as well, makes sense. So 20 minutes on the 15, and again 40 minutes on the 25 to really get stuck into it and do a good job. So there's the structure, there are my tips, follow those. Keep watching. All the videos in this playlist are very specific exam technique, important for you to get that. I'll see you in the next video.